Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Stasis Totem. So in the last episode we activated our third protagonist of this game, Moses, an AI-run teddy bear who also belonged to our past daughter as well. And now with Moses' help we are going to enter deeper into the Deepsea 15 facility. So without further ado, let's go and we were supposed to do something with this terminal, I guess. Or not. Are we missing something? We have the screwdriver. We have the security implant here. Do we need this here? I guess not. But we need to do something with that monitor, no doubt. Did we do something to it last time? I don't think we did. These papers are no use to us. Body bag. Apparently it's important. Oh, okay. Is that a still beating heart?
Children should not try this.
Yeah, they shouldn't indeed. Bionic heart. I don't have a real heart, but I do have a brain. Okay. Bionic heart. What the hell do we do with this thing? We can't... Oh, we can't combine things with Moses. Okay, is there anything else? Well, there's a sentry gun. Secured elevator. Okay, we got some, I don't know about all those nails. We can't use the screwdriver to get them, can we? What do you have? The fuse, magnetic, and the rod. And she got nothing, apparently. A high-caliber sentry gun is programmed to autonomously aim and fire at targets identified by its genetic sensors.
Guns are not toys.
Indeed, they are not. Depleted power cell. It doesn't have power. I see. Well, let's send this to Mac. And we go back to him. And we just happen to be on the ship here still. Nice. Because I want to put this thing here. Okay. And we need the fuse here. Okay, that should be fully charged. And that fuse is now toast as well, so that's no use to us. Okay, send it back to Moses. And then we are gonna place this bad boy back here.
Something has activated behind me. Something colourful. Hope loved colours.
Okay. I guess we are done here. Oh, well, there is this, whatever this is. Okay, we got a hologram here. Okay, numerous clump. A ghostly visage floats in silence above the holotable. It appears to show a man-made structure on the ocean floor. Okay. Okay, so there's the PDA that we have read already. Body bag. We came through this way, I believe. Okay. Can we do anything with the terminal still? Oh yeah, we turned on the power or whatever in the last episode, I believe. Yeah, we can't do anything here anymore. I still don't know what that sudden sound was. Maybe I should save here just in case. Yeah, sure, save. I wonder, will that thing shoot us? Apparently not, okay. So what do we need here? Can we open this with this screwdriver? No. Does the magnet do anything? No. And where do we need bionic heart? Let's give it to her briefly. I just want to read what she thinks about this. The biopower heart source is still functional. It's too bad this one is mostly meat and veins. Can we give it to the flayed man? I guess not. We are done with him. What about Mac? Any ideas? Seems as if the power source could be ripped clean of the juicy bits. Ah, I see.
What is it?
Separated the power source from this heart. Was completely embedded into the meat.
Wash your hands, Mac.
Yeah, wash your hands. Biopower source. I can feel the electricity buzzing from this, whatchamacallit. Biopower source, okay. Let's send it to her. A tiny mobile power source that could connect to just about anything. Just about anything, you say? Oh, I place it there and...
That actually worked.
What did you do, Charlie?
Just mimicked the sound of a human heart to get this security implant to work. Nothing big.
So smart, Charlie.
I see why you keep him around.
Indeed. Powered security implant. Nice. The implant can now be used to gain access to restricted areas on this platform. However, it appears that the remaining power is limited to a single use. Okay, so can we use this to get through this door here? Error. That's not good. Or maybe it is. Okay. So the door is not open. A hint.
If I could just shift all these pins over. Maybe a magnet?
A magnet, huh? Okay. Oh, there. Okay, we opened that door. Oh great, more bodies. And diving bell terminal. In comparison to the surroundings, the diving bell operator's terminal appears to be rather antiqued. However, appearances can be deceiving. More body bags.
Oh, Jesus. I got 2 more bodies here.
Like the ones upstairs?
No. No, these are worse. And they're in body bags.
I'm getting really close to calling this, Charlie.
Yeah, I would have called this thing off a long time ago. At least 1 episode ago. Okay, so we can't walk away. The boarding bridge for the...
Wow. The diving bell is huge. I mean, this thing can take an enormous amount of pressure.
How far down do you think they were going?
With equipment like this, deep. Very deep.
Anyway, the boarding bridge for the diving bell. The blood trail suggests that at least one of the bodies was extracted from the bell when it resurfaced. Okay, but we need to activate this thing, no doubt. And that is...
What the hell? This isn't an oil rig, Mac. It's... some kind of lab.
Yeah, I see it. It explains why there's no AIS. Yeah.
What's that?
They're operating off the grid out here.
But why?
So the government won't know, obviously. For the same reason why Kane Corporation also operated in a research facility floating around 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 Neptune. Out of Earth's legal distriction, not distriction, legal district. I think it said. Well, whatever. You know what I mean. So basically, out of the public eye. The encrypted. Oh yeah, it's a PDA. Okay, what do we have here? Wow, she looks rough. She kind of reminds me of. She kind of looks like a combination of Gollum and Cruella de Vil. Anyway, she's K. Elspas, biochemist. Elspas, we have heard that name before. Oh yeah, she's the one with very fragile bones, I believe. Anyway, I'm slowly growing accustomed to my condition following the unfortunate incident. In many ways, the news hanging over my head has sharpened my intuition and emboldened my drive. I am beginning to accept that it was a necessary catastrophe that allowed me to push beyond my previous capabilities. The downside is that I have no one to consult on scientific matters. The other research staff here twaddle in minor work, while the rest are goons trained only in manual labor. My closest peer is the occult expert Baron. Occult expert, you say? Still, we are forbidden from addressing him directly or making eye contact, which is a ludicrous authoritarian move. Yeah, that's very extreme. Still, even in isolation, I have ideas. I have been thinking about how I can turn this curse of mine into a boon. I'm curious to see how it would affect other biomatter. Watching the cook sit at the edge of the platform and fish gave me an idea of where I could find suitable test samples. Okay. A report. I may not have access to that sexy mule research, but my position affords me some perks, including shared samples. I have been analyzing a fascinating sample from Alpha's old Sheila project. Based on the generated model, its vestigial organs appeared to have no use. The eyes were hollow as sacks of fluid, and the legs were of different sizes. But Sheila is not the Holy Grail. It is merely an evolutionary stepping stone. The Pteropedia chasalinensis 139 is our salvation, but it remains beyond my grasp as a mere cane supplicant. A message. Kurt Darren. Mr. Darren, while I understand that proper procedure must be followed, your ignorance threatens my research and well-being. Unfortunately, corporate is currently preoccupied with organizing the Omega construction, so I'm forced to debase myself by going through you to obtain my injections. Don't confuse these for some farcical dietary supplements. Without them, the nanites in my blood would corrode my bones to the point of shattering, after which the same nanites would perpetually rebuild the shards into increasingly hideous forms. It is not a pleasant experience, nor one that correlates with a long life expectancy. If my calcium injections aren't on the next shipment, I will ensure that your contract is terminated and your mother is thrown to the gutters. Kurt Darren, oh yeah, I believe that we read his PDA before. He was one of the first ones. Anyway, label these as the highest priority. My life and your continued employment depend on it. Okay. Lots of text here. I don't mean to gloat, but my work has yielded impressive results. The introduction of my nanites has revived cells within the bone marrow samples, and they continue to divide at a healthy rate. Moreover, the resultant growth continues to expand exponentially. It will soon be complex enough to allow for an initial biological analysis of the retrieved corpses. I managed to synthesize my very own PS139. Is that PlayStation 139? Damn. How far in the future are we? Anyway, from the remains brought here for Baron. Watching the bioculture and nature fills me with pride and relief. It will mark my milestone achievement, one of the few I have managed since we first arrived chasing those signals. Signals, you say? I also admit to some dark pleasure in knowing I was right to stay, despite Dr. Al-Kabour's attempts to replace me with Dr. Yamada. Unfortunately, although predictably, others are covetous of success. Due to shift in scope, the experiment and all relevant documentation will be reallocated and escalated. Baron will be taking ownership, and the sample will be moved down to his lab. I doubt I'll get credit beyond a footnote. Fortunately, owing to my meticulous work process, I have copies of my work that I'll be keeping. If Kane isn't interested in giving credit where it's due, I'll find someone who is. Possibly offering that information and research data to some other competing corporation, maybe? They're rivals. Anyway, I've made contact with an old friend on the mule. He is eager to share his findings with me. Okay, what did he find? This is to Sid Mason. Listen here, you little bilge turd. I will personally report you to Baron if you improperly dispose of my specimens again. I won't have the baseborn interfering with company business. I should have you thrown in the brig. I demand to know who else was involved. As if working with His Highness Baron and his proctoheliosis problem wasn't bad enough, nothing functions properly on this floating rust bucket. Yeah, everyone keeps complaining about that and nothing works. They are all interfering weasels here. If Kane catches a whiff of my side projects, there may be a problem. These people always have their own personal little side projects in facilities like this. I have told my connection that our clock is now ticking. And message to Stephen Cameron. That name doesn't sound too familiar. Maybe we haven't read about him yet. Mr. Cameron, I need you to hurry to my lab. The evacuation will wrap up within a few hours. Mule operations have concluded, and the bell has been recalled. As such, you will be required to carry specific equipment aboard the Sebastian. I am currently preoccupied with processing and collecting crucial documentation, but I have earmarked the relevant machines for your convenience. Consider this your apology to me for disposing of my chordata samples. Oh yes, your friend squealed like a pig when I applied the right pressure. If admission of guilt is beyond your character, I imagine the promise of escaping several weeks of water and food rationing will be an appropriate motivator. Okay, two more. PDA K Elspaz 87112 cloned to the device. Okay. And lastly, I scribbled the code to the Chimera mass storage unit on one of the reports, and I cannot find it for my life. But not to worry, I have the research encoded on a data disk. I am leaving this PDA as a backup should I return. Onward to a bright future. Okay, so she left with Sebastian, I think. Alright, so... well, that's a very big skull, comparing it to the rest of the body. That's not an alien, is it? An odd-looking skeleton. The cracked, jagged, childlike skeleton is displayed on a medical examination table. Yeah, that's quite a weird shaped skull. Something about bone fragment. I can't. Well, I can only read some of the document here. Is there something inside the skull? That thing? This is giving me alien vibes. Room dividers. A row of transparent dividers separates this room from the next. While they do little to bar entry, they convey that only those with valid credentials or equipment are permitted beyond. Padded surfaces. Both the walls and floor are covered in thick padding, presumably to offer protection to any valuable or fragile items or of interest brought in for study. Unfortunately, leaking water has soaked into the padding, and the sounds and sensation of walking across are not pleasant. But I guess we have to go in there anyway. Whoa.
Charlie, what in Kane is that?
I don't know. Whatever it is, it's ancient. And doesn't have anything to do with Kane.
A carved disc. A large coin-shaped disc dominates this side of the room. The quality with which the stone has been sculpted suggests it was made with modern-day equipment, though the numerous symbols emblazoned on the surface do not resemble any glyphs you recognize. Must have been the aliens. More documents.
Huh.
Okay.
Look at these drawings.
I like these. They are pretty.
You and I have very different definitions of pretty, Bear.
Yes, indeed. Is that 309 or 809? It could be important. Okay. The room is cold and unmoving, but the machinery is warm and ready to receive input from the personnel who will never work in this slaughterhouse again. Genetic sequencer. Oh, there's still something inside that moves. Wonderful. Okay, we can press these buttons and we can place a disc in here. A disc that we don't have. And what do we do with this? Should we cook this thing in this microwave? And sarcophagus. A cage of carved bone wraps around a black monolith of unknown origin. Can we take a closer look at that? I guess not. X-ray slides. Oh, there's someone inside the sarcophagus. Well, that's not surprising. A desk. Various documents and scrawled notes blanket portions of the workstations, otherwise populated by a collection of arcade occult textbooks, academic journals and digital cassettes. Anything else? Nothing that I have missed. Report on the skeleton. That's 180. Again, maybe this number means nothing, but I wouldn't be surprised if it does. How many numbers do we need here? We need 4, okay. Unlock code incorrect. The code must be here somewhere. Not here. A long curtain. Could it be this? But we need 4 numbers. Even if I figured out with this what number this one here is, we still have only 3. We can't take a closer look at this disc here either. I don't see any hints on this table. And we also need to find a disc, apparently. I mean, maybe it's in the disc. What about the PDA here? Sometimes there's hints on these PDA thingies. At least there was in the first game. I don't see anything here. PDA K LSPAS 87112 clone to the device. Okay. One, 3, 9. Okay, well, let's go out briefly. We can't leave apparently. We are stuck here. Elevator diagram, and can we enter the diving bell? Yes, we can, okay.
Can you hack that?
Not by myself. Moses, I'm gonna need your help here.
Oh,
My
okay.
Charlie.
Oh, and can we pick up this? Blank data disk. Okay. Okay, so... Is Moses have to come here? Or can he help us remotely? Also, now what do we do with this? This disk here. I didn't realize they still used these old disks anymore. However, I do know they can hold a tremendous amount of data. But it's blank, so there's nothing inside. No, I can't interact with anything else here, apparently. Oh, there's something. Elevator diagram. Okay. And elevator. Ah, yeah, they mean the papers there. Okay. But first, before we try and send this disk to Moses, can we do anything with it here? Just place it here. Okay, that opened, but we can put something inside there, I guess. But what? Okay. We need some sort of a sample there. As for here, body pack, PDA. We still need some. We need to put something here. Oh, we need. Excuse me. Once we have placed some sort of a sample to that box thingy, it takes a DNA sample from it and adds the DNA information to the disk, and then we place the disk here. I think. But the question is, what kind of a DNA sample do we want? Oh, we want this, obviously. But we still need to figure out how to open this. Now, what's the right combination? We need 4 numbers. We need a 4-number code. Oh. I saw a question mark here.
I need the code for this thing. I always write mine down, in spite of Moses's cautioning on password protection.
Yeah, I thought so too. It must be written down somewhere. X-ray slides. Too many numbers here. I can't turn these papers or anything. I mean, that does stick out. 09. Hmm. 1809. I guess. 1809. Well, let's give it a shot. Nice. Remove sample from incubator. Chimera mass. Ew, I'm sure I saw the amorphous blob move. I suspect that they grew this from the bone marrow extract of that weird looking skeleton. Well, okay, encoded data disk. Then we send it to Moses. And then we place this bad boy here. No target. I wonder. Can we still get the... Can we still get this? Yes, we can. Okay. Then we just send it to Moses. And Moses, throw that thing to the door. I don't dare to go there, because the moment I go, the sentry gun will kill us, no doubt. So I'm just gonna save just in case. Okay, oh, never mind. Okay, we can place it here. Lovely. And then we blow it to hell.
What the hell was that?
I opened the door.
A door? What'd you use, dynamite?
Guns are not toys, Mac.
He has a gun now?
What are you complaining about? He didn't shoot you.
Not yet.
I am a very smart bear now.
Indeed, you are a very smart bear. Okay, but no, where does this lead? Oh, we are here.
I'm here, Charlie.
Good work, Moses. I need you to override the terminal inside the big metal ball. Can you do that?
I am a smart bear now.
Yeah, very smart bear, and also
This
creepy.
place is not safe or happy. Children should not play here.
Indeed, they shouldn't.
This water is dark. I do not like water. In water you are powerless.
I know, little guy. I know. You can do it. You're brave and strong.
I am brave and strong.
Indeed. Maybe we should move Charlie there as well. Okie dokie. Now, let's see what we can do. I like how he's right in front of the computer like that.
Connection secure. Attempting firewall override.
That's a creepy
Charlie,
looking
computer
firewall.
says doors are open. I'm heading your way.
Okay, roger that.
Okay, so now we just go there as Mac.
I'm inside. This place is leaking bad.
Seem intact?
It's solid. Kane built it like they build everything. To last.
Okay, so it was this way, right? Just to look at the
Rest in
bodies.
peace, Captain. May your mind reach the Nexus.
You really think he had a transcendence implant?
You never know.
Alright, so...
Those bodies. Maybe a shark attack?
doubt it.
Wounds are too uniform. Shark teeth rip the shit out of flesh.
Language, Mac.
What about that guy upstairs? The damage on him?
Yeah, that was something else. intentional. Maybe someone lost it. You know, went psycho.
Well, someone did go psycho here, alright. I think that's a safe
I
assumption.
don't think we should be doing this. We don't have any idea where this thing goes.
It goes down.
You know what I mean.
I'm not going back to the boat. You can leave if you want to, but I'm staying.
God damn it, you take too many risks too easily.
And you don't fight hard enough for things that are important. Mac, this one time, will you just trust me? We're all we've got left.
We're all we've got left.
Fine. Okay. Okay.
And to the ocean floor we go.
This thing just keeps on going.
Have we ever been this deep?
Deep.
Yeah, the Crozier was close.
Not by half. That was under an ice shelf.
Deep.
I love that job. It's good, clean salvage. In and out, no surprises. No bodies.
We are deep.
Yes. There are bodies. We've worked with bodies before. So far there's been
So
nothing.
far.
Why?
I'm sorry, Mac, but you know I'm right. You know without this, we're at a dead end. We won't be able
Are we
to.
underwater?
Just for a little while, Mose.
I do not like water. In water you are powerless.
At least the bear gets it.
Okay, so now we're at the ocean floor. Chapter 2. All calm beneath. And I think that this is the perfect place to end this episode here as well. So I'm gonna do exactly that once the game allows me.
Warning. Docking bay depressurized. No atmosphere present. Warning.
Well, glad it told us. We'd be dead in 90 seconds in there.
Not just us. If there's no life support, does that mean there's no survivors?
Charlie Mac, I do not need life or support.
Lucky you.
Yes. Moses, go for it. See if you can pressurize everything out there.
Okay, so there's no air outside, and we need to activate the or depressurized area so we can actually go in there and not be crushed. So yeah, but like I said, I'm gonna end this episode here. So, thank you for watching once again, and see you next time for more Stasis Bone Totem.